Hey guys, Maggie here with Heel Consulting and Grassroots Dog Training. I am about to make a mini series on basic leash handling because I'm working with quite a few of you guys right now that can actually really use the information. As all of you know, nothing burns me more than having to make you guys wait to pay another $95 to get the information that if I can take the time to do these little videos, you might not actually need a whole class for. So as we go into it, we need to cover some ground rules first, some other information, and that I'd like for all of you guys to hear. And for those of you that aren't currently working with me, if either you have difficulties with your dog on leash or you know people that their dogs drag them down the road, then pause this really quick, get together a list of people, and make sure you forward them this information for this series. All right, time to get started. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is you've got to understand that when it comes to something as simple as a leash, there's actually a lot of mechanical information to be aware of between you and your dog. So the first thing to do to go down the road of success for leash handling and preventing your dog from pulling you and reactivity and all that stuff is to understand your part in the leash dynamics. So that's what we're going to cover first and foremost. If I've got enough time later on today, I might get some videos on leash as well. But first, you've got to know what you're doing and how to manage leash in practice. So there's that piece. The other piece is understanding what your current habits are. And I'm going to take a stabby stab, mix stab stab, and assume that most of your guys' handling is probably what I would consider sloppy and also dangerous. And I'll show you what some of that might look like. This number is a very common mistake that people make. A, you can't do anything with a leash that's wrapped up like this. B, it's actually a safety issue. You can get your hands caught, your fingers caught, you can have your wrists broken, your fingers broken. I one time had my entire nail ripped off, and trust me when I say it was bloody painful. So we're going to teach you not to do this anymore. This is a bad deal. The second piece that most people do is they're really tense as the dog's moving around, and you're just you're kind of generating energy because your muscles are just so tense. So that's the other piece, is I'm going to teach you to actually relax. You should always be relaxed and just kind of flowy on the leash unless your dog starts to pull. Then you just tense in really quick and then release. It's like pressure release, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. But know if you're one of those like super tense people, we're going to have to teach you to actually relax your body, kind of like yoga on leash in a way. Then the last thing to be aware of is that most people actually control the dog with their left hand, or what I call, and you guys will learn to know this, the rogue hand. It's the hand that's closest to the dog, in other words. So I tend to generally try to get my dogs to stick to the left side. So I actually control the leash with, see, I have muscle memory. I'm already doing it. You'll learn this here pretty soon, but I tend to control my dogs with the opposite hand. So if your dog's on the right hand side, then you should be holding the leash in your left hand. If your dog's over on the left side, it should be the other way around. So don't control the dog with the hand that's on the same side as the dog, because what that will look like for a lot of you is that you've got the dog strung up on the leash and then you're like this. And this is not a very good body position to be walking in, or like this either. You're probably not even aware that you do that, but I guarantee that if somebody got a video of you walking down the street with your dog as they're pulling, you're doing all of those things. You're bunched up on the leash, you're tense, and this hand is coming back to try to maintain control over your dog. And that is the last piece of information I want you guys to think about as we start to go into this. My process of leash handling not only breaks things down to make it easier for you and the dog, but the whole point is to eventually teach the dog to control themselves, not you control them with the equipment. This is a very different, there's a very distinct difference here. We're not going to control them, we will be helping them to control themselves. So with that, I look forward to getting all these little techniques started. Thanks for listening, guys. Check out the next run of this video. Comment below, like my page if you haven't already done so. And to those of you that I'm already working with, hey guys, I'll see you soon or talk to you later. Bye.